First year chemistry, BSc, session 24 of liquids and solutions. The content which we are discussing here is distribution law, partition coefficient, condition for validity of distribution law. The learning objectives are to know about distribution law and its applications, to study the conditions for validity of distribution law. Session outcomes will be distribution law and its applications, and to list out the conditions for validity of distribution law. Prerequisites. You should know about immiscible liquids. This is what we have discussed in the earlier PPTs. Desilverization process, strength of the solution. Now, let us see what is distribution law. A solute distributes itself between two immiscible solvents. When I say immiscible solvents, the solvents are nothing but liquids, organic liquids or any normal liquids. When they are completely insoluble with each other, they are called immiscible. They are not at all miscible. They are called immiscible solvents. They are in contact with each other in such a way that at a given temperature, the ratio of its concentration in the two layers is constant irrespective of the amount. The ratio of its means it is the solute. The concentration of the solute in the two layers are immiscible layers, is constant irrespective of the amounts. Amounts means the concentration. Whatever the amount you are adding, it will be distributed in both the liquids or solvents. Now, distribution law, according to this, Kd, distribution constant, is equal to concentration of iodine in carbon disulfate over concentration of iodine in water. This is the best example you can give for the distribution law. The constant Kd is called distribution coefficient or partition coefficient. What are the conditions? The conditions for validity of distribution law. First one, constant temperature. It should maintain a constant temperature. Second one, existence of similar molecular species in both liquids in contact with each other. When you add solute to the liquids, there will be a similar molecular species in both liquids when they are in contact with each other. Third one is the solutions must be dilute. You should not take a concentrated solution. The solution must be dilute solution. The last one, the two liquids must be immiscible with each other. This is very important condition, that is, it should have immiscible liquids. Then only this validity of distribution law holds good. Now, let us see what are applications of distribution law. Association of solute in one of the solvent can be calculated from the value of distribution coefficient. Earlier I have shown that Kd is equal to concentration of iodine in carbon disulfate over concentration of iodine in water. If you know the concentration of anyone, the other one can be calculated by knowing the distribution law. Now, dissociation of a solute in one of the solvent can be calculated from the distribution coefficient value. If you know the coefficient value, then dissociation of the solute Dissociation means breaking of the bond there. The solute in one of the solvent can be calculated. Then the distribution law has been successfully applied in determining the formation of a complex ions. So, in the determination of or in the formation of a complex ion, the distribution law is successfully applied. The principle of distribution law is the basis for the extraction process. Silver is removed from argentiferous lead based on this law. That is called desilverization of lead. So when you have lead along with the silver can be easily separated by using this distribution law. Next, distribution law is also used to determine degree of hydrolysis of salts in aqueous solution. Next, solvent extraction. I told you earlier, it is used in solvent extraction. Now let us see what are the things we can understand over here. Solvent extraction involves the distribution of solute between two immiscible liquid phases. The reasons to use an extraction in analytical chemistry are to isolate or concentrate the desired analyte or separate it from species that would interfere in the analysis. This technique is extremely useful for very rapid and clean separations of both organic and inorganic substances. The most common case is the extraction of aqueous solution with an organic solvent. Now, recapitulation. Distribution law, statement and partition coefficient, condition for validity of distribution law, application of distribution law and solvent extraction. Thank you.